All right, so have you ever thought about like your birth date, and
Mhm.
thought like maybe it's more than just the day you get presents and eat too much cake?
Hmm.
We're taking a deep dive today into a book from way back in 1908 called The Philosophy of Numbers by Sarah Joanna Balliett.
Oh, yeah, I know
And
Bella.
she does not mess around when it comes to birthdays.
No, she really doesn't. What's so fascinating about her is like she approaches birth dates like they were a choice.
Okay.
It's as if we chose this energetic blueprint, before we were even a thought.
Really? Well,
Hmm.
so it's less about like what's your sign and more about what kind of cosmic game plan you were trying to set up for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what did your soul want to learn this time around?
Mm.
She believed that each of us, we chose these specific vibration strengths challenges all to kind of help us evolve in this life. And each number 1 through 9, she connects those to like actual traits and experiences.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's not just like she's listing out personality types. It's like she's saying there's this whole world of like colors,
Mhm.
sounds, maybe even like what you might be good at for a living that's all wrapped up in our birth number.
Absolutely.
Wow.
It's all in there. Like, if you think about the number 1, for example,
Okay.
Balliett, she saw them as like the natural born leaders, always drawn to bright colors, like red, always striving to be number 1.
Makes sense.
Right. But the flip side is that sometimes they need to be reminded that there's power in collaboration too. It's not always about going at it alone.
Oh, that's so true. It's like that drive to be first can be their superpower, but it can also be like their downfall, if they're not careful.
Exactly.
But why red, though? What's the
Yeah.
connection there?
Well, she connects the number 1 to the first chakra,
Okay.
which is often associated with vitality and the color red.
Uh-huh.
It's about like grounding that leadership energy,
Oh.
taking action, making it happen in the real world.
Wow, so we're talking about like a whole system here of energy and expression all tied to these numbers.
Yes.
I'm dying to know, what about number 2? What's going on with the 2?
Ah, the 2 personality.
Right.
They resonate with the color gold and like the luxurious sounds of a pipe organ.
Really?
Yeah, I think elegant, harmonious, maybe a little dramatic.
Okay, so like they'd be the ones throwing the fancy dinner parties.
Most likely, but Balliett, she warns that 2s need to be careful about their relationship to material things.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's great to appreciate beauty and luxury, but don't get too attached. It's
Right.
all about balance.
That's really interesting. It's like she's giving you like an owner's manual for each number.
Yeah.
Like here are the strengths, but also watch out for these potential pitfalls.
Right.
And here's how you navigate them.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got 1 is about action, 2 is about harmony.
Mm-hmm.
What about number 3?
Well, 1, 2, and 3, she calls those the first trinity.
With first trinity.
Yeah, the foundation of like her whole numerical universe.
Okay.
So 1, that's like pure spirit.
Okay.
2 represents matter.
Okay, got it.
And then 3, that's how they interact with the world, how they express themselves.
So let's unpack that a little bit, that first trinity idea, because it sounds like she's going beyond just personality here and getting into something much more fundamental.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And you even mentioned like these breathing exercises that she talks about. Like you can literally hum these numbers into existence. Tell me more about that.
I know, it's really something, right?
Yeah.
So she believed that like focused breathing, and humming the note that corresponds with each number could actually amplify those vibrations within you.
Wow.
Almost like you're fine-tuning your body and soul to resonate with that energy.
So it's not even just enough to know your number. She's giving us like tools to actively work with these energies
Exactly.
and potentially like enhance certain aspects of ourselves.
Yes, exactly. It's like you're actively participating in this cosmic orchestra, right?
I love it.
Tuning your instrument.
Yeah.
But we were talking about these cosmic blueprints that we pick out for our life.
Right.
She doesn't stop at birth dates.
Oh, no.
She believes our names are just as significant.
Really? So it's not just like mom and dad flipping through a baby book here.
No!
There's a cosmic significance to our names as well.
Absolutely. Like, she argues that our names reflect the soul growth that we've already achieved.
Wow.
Over many lifetimes, even.
So my name isn't just a name. It's like my legacy.
Yes.
It's like a whole melody composed of my past selves.
Yeah, it's like the echo of experiences that shape us.
That's pretty mind-blowing.
It is.
Okay, so how does this work then? Because we were talking about birth dates in the numbers 1 through 9.
So she takes those same numeric vibrations and applies them to the letters in our names.
Okay.
And just like with the birth dates, each letter vibrates with a specific number, and it reveals like our hidden strengths and potential challenges, even those talents that we've maybe forgotten about, that are just waiting to be awakened.
Okay, so this is where I start to get really interested because she talks about these things called free numbers, 8, 9, 11, and 22.
Yeah, those are the powerful ones.
She's suggesting that these numbers signify like a higher level of cosmic consciousness?
Yeah.
So did these people like get a fast pass on the karmic wheel or something? What's going on there?
It's not so much about a fast pass. It's like they've really put in the work.
Okay.
Like lifetime after lifetime, they've refined their soul's vibration to this higher frequency.
Okay, so less about winning the lottery, more about consistent effort over many lifetimes.
Exactly.
I can get behind that.
Yeah.
But what does it look like, though, in like practical, everyday terms? Like, what would somebody who's embodying a free number, what would they be doing?
Well, let's take the number 9, for example. So somebody with a 9 in their name, they might be drawn to like healing, fighting for social justice.
Okay.
Maybe they express themselves through art. Maybe they're even a little psychic. But they have this real strong sense of universal love, a deep well of compassion.
So it's not just that they feel for other people, they're actually driven to act on it.
Exactly.
To make the world a better place.
Yeah, like Mother Teresa Gandhi. These are people who really embody that 9 energy.
Wow. So their compassion has like a ripple effect?
Yes, definitely. And then what's really interesting is that she applies all this to the United States as well.
Wait, she's analyzing states now?
States, countries. She believed that even the name of a place carries a specific vibration.
Okay.
And that it attracts certain types of people and experiences.
So you're saying like where we live can impact our destiny?
In a way, yes. Like, think about it, right? You go to a certain city, and it's got a vibe.
Right.
Certain states, even countries, just feel different.
Yeah.
And she would say that's not random.
So it's not just like California is sunny, therefore everybody's happy. There's a deeper energetic thing happening.
Exactly. So California, with its strong 8 vibration,
Okay.
it tends to attract those who are seeking freedom, abundance,
Hollywood, Silicon Valley.
Exactly. It's like manifest your dreams, turn them into reality.
Right. But California also has a little bit of a reputation for being kind of a pressure cooker.
And that's the thing about her law of opposites, is that every number has its shadow side.
Right.
So that drive for success in California, it can manifest as like cutthroat competition.
Yeah, you got to hustle.
Always striving for more and more and more.
Oh, yeah.
So even in a place with so much opportunity, you've still got challenges, lessons to be learned.
Totally. So what about a state with maybe a little bit more of a grounded vibe?
Take Pennsylvania, for example.
Okay.
It's got a very strong 7 energy. It's all about tradition history, a sense of being rooted in the past, in community.
It's funny you say that because I always think of Pennsylvania. I think of like old trees.
Yeah.
Like really old growth forests.
There you go, that sense of permanence.
Yeah.
Stability, connection to the past.
But then wouldn't that also mean like a resistance to change, maybe a little bit of fear of the unknown?
Exactly, and that's the key to her work, is understanding that every number, every location has both.
Oh.
You have the light and you have the shadow.
Okay.
It's about seeing the full spectrum.
I like that. So it's not like we're just, destined to repeat the same patterns over and over,
Right.
like stuck in a certain vibe.
Yeah, that's what's so cool about her system, is that she doesn't believe in fate.
Okay.
It's by understanding like our own numerology that we gain that self-awareness. And with that awareness, you get the power to choose.
So it's not about this is who you are, deal with it. It's more like, here's the map now. What path are you going to take?
Exactly. She wants us to like really explore those numbers.
Okay.
Meditate on them. Think about what colors they evoke, what sounds. She even says, listen to music that's written in the key of your birth number.
Oh, wow. I love that. That's so cool. It's like we each have our own cosmic playlist just waiting to be discovered. Okay. But we've been talking a lot about like the positive sides of these numbers, the strengths and all that.
Yeah.
What about like those shadow sides? Those parts of ourselves that maybe aren't so fun to deal with.
Yeah.
How does she recommend we deal with those?
She wouldn't even call them undesirable.
Okay.
Because she believed that even the challenging parts of ourselves,
Right.
they're part of that unique vibration.
Okay.
They hold valuable lessons.
So for example.
Like, let's say you struggle with impatience.
Okay. Yeah.
That could be the flip side of you having incredible passion and drive.
It's like those negative traits are really just our strengths that are turned up a little too loud.
Exactly. It's about finding that volume knob. Learning how to balance those energies.
I like that. So where does this all leave our listener then? What's like the big takeaway from our deep dive into the world of Balliett and numerology?
Well, if we're thinking big picture here,
Yeah.
I think what she offers is a really interesting framework for self-discovery.
Okay.
It's about recognizing that we're not just like a random collection of traits,
Right.
but that we are these intricate beings, vibrating with energy and purpose.
Yeah, it's like she's giving us this instruction manual that we never even knew we needed.
Exactly. Like no more fumbling around in the dark, wondering why we are the way we are. She's giving us the tools to understand.
Yeah, and the best part is, like you said before, she's not saying just follow these rules blindly. She's saying, like, explore, experiment, see what resonates with you.
Exactly.
Use this as a tool
Yes.
for personal growth and understanding.
It's a journey.
So to wrap things up for our listeners out there, we encourage you, take some time, calculate your own numbers, think about what they mean, what colors come to mind, what about the sounds, Does anything feel really resonant for you? Are there any talents that you've maybe forgotten about or dreams you've put on hold? Maybe your name and your birth date are trying to tell you something.
It's all possible.
It's not about fitting yourself into some predetermined box. It's about, like, really stepping into who you are and expressing that fully.
Your own unique song.
Exactly. So go out there and compose your life with the music of your soul. We'll see you next time for another deep dive.